Leen Al Warie joins me now from our newsroom just outside our studio here. Leen, just to explain to the viewer, because of coronavirus, you're standing just the other side of a glass barrier. We're talking to you because your family is in Gaza, and we really wanted to know what they are telling you.
Yes, Adnan, it is kind of dark humor now on our WhatsApp group. Whenever we chat to check how they feel and how they are after every massive use of force against civilians in Gaza, and after every excessive bombing, we check how they feel. And all what they're telling us is that the house is shaking, the kids are not eating anymore, they have serious concerns about staying alive while their parents or family members die and leave them alone alive. And now they're having a critical lack of clean water, of electricity, and lack of sleep for continuous 9 nights, left them with hallucinations of terror, horror, want to laugh and cry at the same time. They fear of going to the toilet, of having shower, of having a normal meal with family members. And they have their handbags ready with the initial needs to run away if they have time.
What about if they have to find some sort of shelter? Where can Gazans go generally? We know that there are tens of thousands currently in United Nations schools, because while they haven't always been safe, they have previously been hit by missiles. Generally, they're considered to be safer than just staying in a normal neighborhood, for example. Where can your family find some shelter if they need to?
Well, some of my family members who live in Shujaiya area left their houses, evacuated their houses already a few days ago. They go to relative houses and they stay there, but after just evacuating, they discovered that there's no safe place in Gaza, because we saw in Al-Wahda street that many families were sheltering at relatives' houses, and then they discovered that they died under the rubble, and there was no safe place in Gaza. This is what they fear. Whenever they hear that a building to be bombed by Israeli airstrike or artillery shelling, they just go take whatever they can take, necessary clothes or food, documents, official documents, and they go down to the street. If they have relatives, they can go and shelter there. If they don't, they just go to the UNRWA schools, where it's now full of refugees. Almost 5,000 people are now sheltering in the UNRWA schools.
And we've had news that the only COVID-19 testing center in Gaza is now not operational. The territory has one of the highest rates of transmission of coronavirus in the world. And then you've got this situation, which clearly social distancing is one of the last things that people are going to think about when their lives are on the line. What do you know about the current state of the virus in Gaza?
Yes, from following up social media application, we see that people keep informing their friends and relatives that they lost family members because of corona. Corona situation and numbers and statistics stepped back. Priority now is to expose the Israeli escalation and the Israeli crimes against civilians in Gaza. We still have high number of deaths in Gaza because of corona. We don't have any treatments, and ICUs and hospitals are just allocated to receive wounded people because of the shelling and the airstrikes.
Leen, how do you think the Palestinian diaspora around the world can help in this situation?
This is my fourth Israeli aggression to watch it from outside Gaza, and it's we're tied up. We keep watching the news, following up with our families, and we feel helpless because we feel guilty for not being there, and we try to help. And as a ways, we have many means to help, which is one of these means is to expose what's going on social media, support the campaigns on social media for the Palestinian content not to be censored, and the Palestinian academics are holding the campaign of the academic boycott all around the Western universities. And these are some of the ways that we are trying to support. Otherwise, we feel very guilty for not being there. But we, on the same time, we have to continue our life here. We have work, we have families and family issues to run, and we have to juggle all of that, and it's very difficult and critical for all of us. It's a heartbreaking situation.
That's the TRT World journalist, my colleague Leen Al Warie, telling us a personal perspective about what's happening in Gaza. Leen, really appreciate you taking the time to share all of that with us.